Tonight, it's the National Football League. Super Bowl 59. The Chicago Blues taking on the Oklahoma City Lancers.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champions taking on the NFC champions. It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
And his first pass is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Blues are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now he's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
It'll be second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd and 9 now. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run right on the option. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough,
now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
and this is one of the dangers of letting your quarterback run the football. Now, look, he goes through ball security drills just like a running back does, but most of the time the quarterback swings the ball away from his body, and in traffic, sometimes they forget to protect it.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. He'll look to throw. Touchdown! A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Blues will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it.
And the ball is knocked out. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Frazier. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. This is Hunter. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now is the punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason. What else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. They're going to look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 45 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of the Super Bowl. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Going for the deep ball. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. And it's caught. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Blues continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did, but hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He's going to keep this again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 34. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And that is incomplete. And for the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a toss here, short side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he whips that one incomplete there. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it. A yard shy of the first at the 29. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Well, they bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll start out here with the option left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl.
2nd and 4. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lancers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back out comes this offense now, late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. One more go for this offense in the first half.
And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season from beginning to end, and now we'll play one half of football to decide who raises the Lombardi Trophy. And for the call, let's get it right back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi Trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe...
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Back to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
He's going to try and do this himself.
And he coughed it up. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On second down, they'll run it here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Blues will extend their third-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And they lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. The Chicago offense set to get started. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. Well, that'll get them to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So with the yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a throw to the end end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Blues are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Well, they run the option on 2nd down.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. On 2nd down, there's the option going left.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of your...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Kiser.
And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Almost time for the final act of this NFL season as we are now through 3 quarters in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 4 yards out.
And the Blues are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
Well, it's an old chestnut, but let's face it, offensively, they've got to have some pride here because this has been a worst-case scenario all game for them. Keep putting in the effort. Keep trying to keep your quarterback upright and get through the end of this one as quickly as possible.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Second and 6. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 30 yards there. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Lancers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 115 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll run the option left.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Now from the 30.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Blues have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Well, definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4 touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. Can't get away, and he's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Back to throw here. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Duke Dawson picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Point after here coming up. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now this one complete on the slant route. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Second and 5. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and as a result, possession switches hands. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.